Hey, how's it going? It's Mystic Me and Moksha. Welcome back to Mostly in the Moment. And we are doing a love pick a card reading this time around. And we have 4 piles here. This is going to be a very lighthearted reading with a lot of message cards, but it's going to, go deep into how the person you're thinking about is feeling about you right now. So for pile 1, we have Serendipity. Pile 2, we have Message in a Bottle. Pile 3, we have Loyal Heart. And pile 4, we have To the Sea. All the timestamps are below. You can pick whatever number or oracle card resonates for you. And you can always just take the messages that resonate and leave the rest. This reading is timeless, so it relates to whenever you watch this reading. And I plan to do more pick a card readings. I have done some in the past that I still love. I still use it for myself. And I will be doing more lighthearted pick a card readings, some love, some general money, career related, or a mix of all these things. So I would love your feedback. I'd love a thumbs up or a comment if you like this sort of reading. I plan to do one of these and one more major love reading, at least 2 major readings per week. So yeah, I hope you enjoy this reading. Much love and light. Hey, pile number 1, we have the Serendipity card here. So let's see how the person you're thinking about feels about you right now. Okay. I believe in happily ever after because of you. So I strongly feel like you made them really feel like love is actually possible, and they didn't really believe this before. It's like you opened their mind up into seeing that there is true love out there, and there is such thing as like a really happy, harmonious relationship. I think before they just thought it was kind of like a fantasy or something that not in the cards for them. I'm focused on other things right now. You're my safe place. So right now they have a lot of things going on, and they don't know if they can step up in this relationship to be the person that you want them to be, that this kind of relationship requires them to be. And so they're trying to sort out everything in their life to be able to have this happily ever after. You made it seem like it's possible and that it exists, and now they're trying to sort out everything else in their life in order to have this happily ever after that you made them realize that they can definitely have. Now, the King of Swords and the Devil card. Yeah, so I feel like they want to tell you this, and they want to say like, I'm not kidding. Like you really made me feel like I was living this kind of awful life before, and you kind of brought me into the light. Like you made me realize that this is possible. Like a life like this is possible. And they're really focusing on everything in the world right now. They're focusing on everything else that they would need to get kind of straightened out before they came into this better relationship with you. Into this kind of like they just realized that a love like this can exist, a love relationship like this can exist. And they realize that they're gonna have to put a lot of energy and effort into this, and so they're trying to get everything else in their life sorted out. And 7 of Wands, yeah, and it's taking a lot of effort on their part. So they're hoping that you're seeing that they are definitely putting in the effort. It might be like standing up for themselves with other people in their life, with other things that's taking their time. They know that they can come to you. You feel like they're home to them. And so they do I do see that you may be waiting for them, or they feel like that they can always come to you. But they want to come correctly, and they're not there yet, so they're facing the world right now. The Ten of Swords, and it's really a lot for them. It's taking a lot out of them. They realize how much in their environment and in their energy, things that they were doing, people that they were connecting with, things that they were doing on their off time, I mean, even related to work and their friends and family, was kind of not the ideal situation to set up a relationship like on this caliber with you. So, how are they feeling about you right now? No words can ever do this feeling justice. Yeah, so I really do feel that you've really opened them up on a level that they can't even explain. Like, you kind of just opened up their reality to them. You opened up the light to them, and you made them realize that this is a real thing, a real ideal relationship. You're not, BSing them. Like, this is for real. You're not conning them. You're not, trying to take them for a ride. Like, you really actually mean it, and they actually believe it, and they trust you. Seven of Pentacles. And they're willing to do the work. We have two sevens here. Like, they're really, this 2-7 is making them realize that, like, they really have this divine connection with you, and they really want to pursue it, and they really want to do the work required, put in the effort required, and they're really hoping that you see that they're putting in this effort. Six of Cups. And there might have been a temporary, like, separation between the two of you while they kind of sort this other thing out, because they can't even feel like they can tell you what's going on, because there's just so much. You kind of just opened up this, like, world where love and passion and heart exists, and you're a real person, and you really want this kind of relationship, and it can actually exist. And so they have to change their whole world around for this, I'm getting. And it's a really big deal. Because it's, they have to make a lot of changes. And they want to tell you, and they want to loop you in, but they're hoping that you can just see that they're making this effort and feel that they're putting in this effort, because they really are doing it because of you. They're really doing it because they want this happily ever after. They believe in now because of you. I have options, but I only want you. So they do realize, like, that they can have this happily ever after period. So it could be with you, and they realize now that they have this realization that maybe, yeah, it could be with other people now, because you just opened up their world, and so there's a possibility that they can have this happily ever after with someone else, but they only want you. The sexual thoughts that run through my mind. So I'm getting that even though you opened up this world to them, it's kind of like someone who might have been, imprisoned in their own physical environment for a long time, and then they finally got the freedom to go out, and they might, want to have a bunch of different experiences, or try a lot of different kinds of food, or go to a lot of different kinds of places, and do a lot of different kinds of things. That's the kind of feeling that they have. That's how much you've opened up their capacity to love and to be in a really loving relationship. That's how much you've opened their mind, right? Or opened their heart. And so they realize, like, they could have this experience with somebody else, and this happily ever after, because now they believe that happily ever after exists, but they exist because of you. And so they really just want you. Like, you're the one who's really attracting them. You're the one who opened up their mind. You're the one who really, like, drives them wild. Like, you really changed them. The Strength card reverse, but they don't really have the strength to go to you yet. this is overpowering. This feeling that you've known this all along, or that this is even possible. They do feel safe with you, but they might feel like they need to kind of move things around before coming to you. But they have this like kind of idealistic view of having everything now, and they find that really attractive. I mean, more sexy than they can. I mean, that's like kind of like if you found someone who had like an idol, like they're idolizing, right? It's like if you found someone who kind of opened up your reality and made you believe in the fact that you can actually achieve your dreams. Like you would idolize that person, and you would have this kind of love for them that is other, right? Okay. So what would they like you to know? I hold back because I don't want to be rejected. Yeah, so they have this feeling that, like, you know, they're the ones who open this up to me, but they've known this all along. Maybe I'm just starting out and they're at a different level, so maybe I'm not quite there yet, or maybe they wouldn't want to be with me if I'm not quite there yet. They might get frustrated. I might get frustrated that they're continuously frustrated at me. I've been astral projected to you. So this person has been thinking about you a lot. They have been dreaming about you a lot. Like, I mean, consistently. Yeah, I mean, as you would with something that kind of radically changes your life for the better, like this. Yeah, just marriage and life in general. There is that sense of idolization coming through again, so it's kind of different. Like you hold your idols to a different standard. You kind of let them get away with more things. You kind of make them out to seem to be better than they are, and some godly and some ideal version of a person. So there is a sense of like idolization in terms of what's going on with this connection. I feel like all they can do sometimes is just like watch. And they might feel like maybe I'm just here to watch. Maybe I'm just here to learn. Maybe I'm just here to see what their next move is. And they sometimes feel that way very strongly. Okay. I'll pull one more card. What they would like you to know. What would they want you to know? Yeah, like they have your back, they have your support, they'll like watch you wherever you go kind of thing. In a very sexual way too, like they're kind of like a slight obsession or a slight like there's like a bonding here that would be really hard for them to break. I'm speaking through songs, so this person may be listening to a lot of music that reminds them of you, or creating a lot of music, or creating a lot of art, or creating something for you, or enjoying a lot of creative works because of you. So you really did crack their mind open, their psyche open to believing a lot of bigger things, especially when it comes to love and happily ever after. So they're feeling really lovey-dovey and connected to their own higher self and divinity more stronger than they have before. Really unlocking their intuition and their creativity as well. Okay, and so are they planning to make moves towards you? Are they planning to make moves towards you? And if so, what are they? They are planning to make moves towards you. Seek professional advice. So they are more likely ready to kind of ask for help. They really do think it's time for them to maybe go to another psychic or another tarot card reader or another friend or another family member, another coworker, another counselor of some sort, another person of guidance for them, because they're really they're really kind of feeling stuck. I'm getting, not knowing what exactly to do. Ace of Pentacles, because they do. Wow, and the Ace of Cups. Yeah, they definitely want to give this a shot. Want to move up to the next level, or want to give this connection a real shot, and do it the right way. And so they're really kind of conferring with everyone that they think could help in making that happen and possible. Because I feel like they have one shot and they want to shoot their shot. Words do hurt. They are referring to a moment where they might have felt like they hurt you with words, or the lack of words, or that you hurt them with your words, and so they really want to make sure they do it the right way. They don't want to do things like it was in the past. With this like light blue, it kind of reminds me of like a hospital kind of color. That I do feel like they're really hurt, and they really did some deep healing, and they really want to do this the right way. They want to do it in a very healing, nurturing, calm way. Even divine. I'm getting in a divine way. Five of Cups. Yeah, I'm getting sorry. They feel really sorry for the way things happened, or the way things were done. And that's why they really want to make sure that they confer with their guidance in order to do this differently. Let me hold you. Wow. Yeah, and with the 7 here, the 2 7s that I referenced before, like, yeah, I do feel like they want the chance. They want the chance to show you how they've come to this realization, and how badly they want to do it right. This came out in hand. 9 of Pentacles. It's kind of like they tied their abundance to you. So they feel like with the 9 and 10 of Pentacles here, like they kind of understand now how everything is wrapped into each other. So how this kind of connection is wrapped into everything else in their life. And how maybe you've been seeing it that way, and they see it that way now too. Okay, so their actions with you, and then we'll see what they might possibly say. I would do anything for you, and I love that this color is coming back. And with a 10, like, yeah, they feel like they'll never be as great as they would be in this connection. And so they would do anything. They want to give this a shot. They want to give it their all. They're really asking that you give them a shot, and like let them hold you. Okay. And so if they could say something to you now, what would they say? Take me close to your heart. So yeah, I do feel strongly that that they might have felt they pushed you away. Death card, yeah. That you left and you had good reason to leave, or that it feels like you. It feels like you left, and because like you had a good reason to leave. And they weren't seeing what you were seeing. Cards. With the 3 aces here, wow, and the Lovers card, wow, in reverse. I feel for them, it feels like this isn't a choice. Like they need to speak their truth. They need to take this action. This is too important to them. This involves, like, you know, their whole being now, their whole life. And our fate is to create an unforgettable story. So they really do feel like you two are meant to be together in this lifetime and to create beautiful memories together. King of Wands, 10 of Pentacles. Like, if not with you, then they don't know who else, you know. They don't know who else. And they feel like they have all this drive to be this perfect relationship person, family person with you. Like, it's like you and them against the world, and they really would feel lost without you. And yeah, that's how they're feeling. I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did, please leave a like or comment on what piles you chose and how it resonated. And if this resonates with you or doesn't resonate with you, you can always choose a different pile. Or if you want more information on your connection, you can choose another pile. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed this reading. Much love and light. Hey, pile number 2. This is Message in a Bottle. Let's see how the person you're thinking about feels about you right now. Okay, I want you in my arms again. So this person is very much missing you, and they really want to be physically close to you, and, you know, being in the same room, on the same couch, in the same bed. I'm afraid of being vulnerable. And I'm getting, like, even if they can't physically tell you the things that they want to tell you and open up with you about, they want to at least be able to hold you, to convey that, like, they wish they can right now, or they want to. So they're like, even if I can't physically, verbally tell you things that I want to tell you, some secrets or some truths or my emotions or how hurt I've been feeling or how much I've loved you, although I can't take that step to be vulnerable right now, or I'm a little bit afraid to, I'm hoping that, like, holding you will let you know that I want to tell you those things, and that, like, maybe that will help me do those things. The light in me sees the light in you. So I'm getting that, like, they finally see the light. They finally see the light, and they see it now in you. And so they want to tell you everything. They want to tell you more. They want to tell you how they're feeling. Because they finally see that the innocent, pure-hearted version of themselves that believed in this connection being true and, you know, of a divine nature and destined and fated and real love. That's in you. Like, they uncover that because of you, and they see that because you have it in yourself, and they see it finally now because that light has finally been dusted off, and, you know, the bulb has been replaced, and they're shining bright again because of you. And they see that in you. Like, now they can see, like, that you actually are very pure and really love them for who they are. Okay, so 7 of Wands in reverse. The King of Pentacles in reverse. Like, they feel like they have no problems showing you who they really are, and that they you know, don't feel the best at times. They feel like they don't have enough money or status, or I'm getting, like, things to impress your family or friends. I don't have all the things they think would impress your family and friends right now, but they feel kind of better about that and okay about that. You made them feel like it's okay being who they are and where they are in life right now. A Death card. They had a real huge transformation when it comes to their vulnerability. Vulnerability is, like, the theme of this reading I'm getting. Like, they changed, and they want to tell you things that they've been kind of not hiding from you, but they've been kind of keeping back because they think that you wouldn't approve of it, or you would leave them, or you wouldn't want them anymore or something, because it's things that like made them feel like they're unwanted, you see. Knight of Swords and the Two of Wands. Yeah, they almost feel like running away because this is really scary for them. Yeah, they're like, how do I get out of this? Is there another way out of this? They really feel like just running away because this terrifies them. This terrifies them more than anything. Letting someone in this much, being this intimate with someone. But they want to do it with you. If they were to do it with someone, they want it to be with you. Okay. The Four of Swords. Like, they feel like they've been kind of, like, they can go their whole life and be old or, like, pass away with all these regrets of not sharing all the things that they want to share and just being quiet and not letting someone in and just being someone that no one really kind of knew or understood. But you made them feel like it's okay to be themselves and it's okay to share myself. Like, I'm getting this kind of really strong feeling of, like, I don't want to die not letting someone in and knowing who I fully am. And this, like, Devil card and the Six of Cups. I'm getting, like, they don't want to be, like, on the outside looking in, because I feel like with you, they see, like, such an effort that you put in opening yourself up and taking that chance with them. And they want to be on your side. Like, they see that you live in the light, and they want to live in the light with you. That's how they're feeling about you right now. I believe in happily ever after because of you. Yeah. They came out in the first pile too. Yeah, they really feel like it's real. Love is real, and that it's possible to have someone really love you for who you are, the good, the bad, and the ugly, and for all your faults and for all your beauty. So they really feel like, wow, like this is possible, and they're in the same breath, they're all also realizing that they accept your faults and accept your gifts, your past, your present, and your future. The Lover, again, the Lover's card in reverse, and the Eight of Swords. It's tearing them apart though, because they feel like they've made the choice, and that choice is you, but they are completely in, like, mental hell. I'm getting they're completely in chaos in their minds, and it feels like they've always had this. They've always had this, like, inner chatter about them not being good enough, them not doing well enough in life, being good enough in relationships, being enough, doing enough, and always, like, thinking about it constantly, like, what am I doing wrong? What should I do right? Like, playing things over and over again in their head. So they might have come off quiet, but, like, I don't know, sometimes it feels like they feel like this is just life. I'm just gonna die being someone who overthinks everything and never being able to tell my thoughts or who I really am or my perspective on things to anybody, not even my partner. So I don't want to hide this connection anymore. So what they want you to know is that they don't want to hide this connection anymore. They don't want to hide from you, and they don't want to hide from this connection. So more than like hiding this connection from other people, they don't really want to hide from you. So they might have not been their complete full self with you, and they might have not really done that with anyone in their life. They've been kind of keeping who they are hidden, even from themselves, and they're finding that courage through you. It feels like something missing without you around, because you really show them that missing part of themselves. You kind of help them open up to parts of themselves that they didn't even know existed. And also parts of themselves that they never shared with anyone else. And so you really, when you're around, or when they're thinking about you, or they're in your energies, you really make them feel like more complete than they ever have felt before. And they're curious and exploring more of that. The Emperor. Yeah, you make them feel very strong and really ready to start something new. I mean, if you're making someone feel like themselves and feeling good because of it, I mean, that's a really strong power that you have. Really strong, powerful influence that you have on this person, where you're making them feel really good for being themselves and empowering them because of it. So that's, I mean, if I had to describe how they, like how they're feeling, it's that, but this is what they want you to know. This is what they want you to know. Four of Cups, and they don't want to have any regrets. They feel like they've been more passive with their feelings. They've had opportunities to open up in their past, but they really haven't, and you showed them more opportunities than they can even imagine they would ever get in their lifetime, and it's really blowing their mind. So how are they? What's something that they want you to know? Something else they want you to know. I have a lot of gratitude for you. Yeah, I can't even begin to explain like what you've done for this person and how much of a powerful influence you have been in their life. It's a very, very beautiful thing you've done. So, I mean, hats off to you. You sound like an amazing person. But what you've done for this person, I mean, they can see the light I'm seeing in you through this reading right now. I don't know how to express my love to you, so I keep it inside. Yeah, I had a feeling. I'm like, this person may have all these like strong, powerful feelings towards you, but they may not know how to say it. So they keep it all inside. And so they feel like they're going to go to their grave without even ever letting you know how much they feel for you, how much you mean to them. Two of Swords, yeah, they really with the Eight of Swords and the Two of Swords here, like they're the Four of Swords. I mean, this person is, it's like, it's kind of like a threshold. Like once they cross this threshold, they may be able to tell people how they feel much more easier. But this is like I feel like it's like almost like their first time that they're telling someone how much they love them or feel how much someone means to them. Maybe they did it in the past and it was a traumatic situation, and so they just never did it again, or they just never have told anyone how they feel about them, or they have such overwhelming emotions for you that they don't know, they never told anyone, or never had feelings like this for anyone. So like they're having a real struggle with how they're going to go about telling you this. King of Swords in reverse. Yeah, exactly that. And they have such powerful words and thoughts about you. I mean, it would like shake your world if they told you. Like it would like throw you off your game, because the things that they want to say to you, the feelings that they have for you are so powerful and strong. Like you wouldn't speak for a week or something just because you're so like dumbstruck by the amazingly powerful, beautiful words that they have to say about you to you. Okay. Yeah, so what would they want you to know? What is... And then we'll go to if they're planning to take any actions towards you. But what would they want you to know? I hold back because I don't want to be rejected. So there's so many of those. I don't want to hide this connection, but they are hiding. I feel something's missing. When you're not around, I don't know how to express things. I'm afraid of being vulnerable. I hold back because I don't want to be rejected. So you can feel a theme of this. Okay, so if they were to take action, what actions would they take towards you? I worry about us a lot. So they are a worrywart. They are in their heads a lot. They do think in their heads a lot. It's very concerning. I muted that because whenever I tap the deck on this table, it's really, really sound. But that came out like in a bang, but I had to mute it because it would hurt a lot of people's ears. Sorry about that. But yeah, I worry about this a lot. Like, it's like, it's even hard for me to describe it because I didn't understand that this person is actually suffering because of this mental anxiety. Like, it's like loud bangs going off in their head, like loud bombs going off in their head. It's really, it keeps them very anxious. They do worry a lot about this, and if they're doing something wrong towards you, if they're not doing the right thing, if this is going to work out. And I'm getting that they used to keep it to themselves, but they've been kind of wanting to, or have been starting to kind of open up to you more about this. In small doses I'm getting. They do want to offer you something. They do have a message about offering something. I'm getting a chance to start over again, or a chance to be their true full self. Okay, so are they taking actions towards you? Yeah, wow. Weight in reverse with the 2 7s, what I see here. So that's interesting. The first pile had 2 7s as well. That was really significant. But they are going to make heart-aligned move towards you. They are going to express to you how much they worry about the two of you getting together, or the two of you possibly not working out, and if they're doing the right things, and if they're being enough for you. And they're gonna also open up about like how this might have come around for them, where it might have started for them initially, from their past, where it came from. And they also want to try to tell you that like they don't want to wait. They want to take this chance now. And they're kind of like, they're trying to tell you like, okay, just hear me out. Like, let me say everything before you say anything. So they want you to hear them out. They really want you to listen, because they're admitting that they might not say it perfectly, but they don't want to wait any longer, and they want to tell you. Okay, so here goes. Yeah, and they want you to know that, like, yeah. I mean, they're going to say it in the way that they say it, and they recognize, like, oh, it's not going to come out perfect, but they're going to say something along the lines of, like, you're my queen or you're my king. I admire you. You have so much going on for you. Even if you don't think you do, you are absolutely living your life to the fullest, and what I believe is the fullest way you can live life. And you inspire me. I want to be more like you. I want to share. I want to be more like you. And so I think the way to do it is by sharing with you more. And I want to be able to be more myself around you. See, now this up the time, and wait came out in reverse. So this is like, they're like, this now. This is the time right now. Yeah, they're gonna say it. They're gonna say it however they can. They don't care if it doesn't come out perfectly, because they're more like, yeah, I'm not perfect, and that's fine. People can love me for being who I am. And so they realize, like, they're gonna say things to you, and it may not be perfect, but that's fine, because that's who they are, and they're practicing being who they are more, because they want to be more like you, because you're their inspiration, because they want to try something new with you. Okay, you will find me if you let go. And this fell on my lap, so they're like, if you can have it in your heart to let go of past hurts and let go of all the mistakes I made in the past, or all the things that happened up until now, the lack of effort, the lack of communication, the lack of vulnerability, the lack of intimacy, or the lack of whatever it was between the two of you that was not working out before, because they see something different now, and they are open to it now, and they get it, and they want to give it a shot. If you can let that go, like, you will find the real me. And I don't want you to base this connection based on someone who you thought I was. I want you to make the decision based on who I actually am. So can you please give that a shot and let go whatever happened in the past. Let me love you to death. Yeah, this whole, like, death theme is kind of relevant here. The death card right here, yeah. It's kind of like, give me that chance to love you and all the parts of you, because in doing so, if you can see this, like, mirrored, it gives them a chance to love themselves and all parts of them. And they really want to bring this home. They really want to bring this until you both ascend to heaven together. Like, they really think they can do this, and they really want to be given the chance, and they don't want to start like tomorrow or the next day. They want to have started yesterday. And you are a work of art. So they really admire you. I don't think you understand, like, the amount this person kind of puts you on a pedestal. You are a great inspiration to them, and they do see that you are living a life that they kind of would like to live too, or living in a way that's true to yourself, and they want to do that as well. And they don't want to do that at a distance, as a friend or an acquaintance or someone that they know on social media, or just, Facebook friends. They want to do that with you, alongside you. Okay. So I hope you enjoyed this reading. If it resonated, I'd love a thumbs up on this reading. You could always check out another reading, another pile, if you want more information, or if this one didn't resonate. But I guarantee you there was a message in here for you. And yeah, I would love to hear if this resonates and in what way it resonates. And I also hope to see you in the next one. Much love. Hey, pile number 3. I have the loyal heart here. I always want to say royal heart. Royal heart. See how the person you're thinking about is feeling about you right now. Every road leads back to you. So I feel like this person might have tried to get away from you, but everything you've said, I'm getting, like, your scent, your ideas, the things that you like. Like, I'm getting specific things, like you might have loved, I don't know, like lighthouses, or specific animal, or specific food, or like, I don't know, a specific kind of puzzle or jewelry that's very unique to you. No, you love sloths or something. It's like, who likes sloths? How many people like sloths, right? I don't know. It's something like unique, and I don't know. Like every time they come across something that reminds them of you, they realize like how perfectly you would fit in their life right now. So like even if they're out with friends or another person, and they're like at a market or out at a grocery store, like they come across something that you like, and they're like, yeah, like I wish they were here with me right now, you know, or I wonder how they're doing, or, you know, I think we would do well together now that I think about it, you know. They're constantly being reminded of you. This love overwhelms me, but they feel kind of, I'm getting like scared at how much you love them. Okay, specifically, like they feel scared at how much you love them. So even though they like these things about you and they think about you often, they're reminded of you often. I'm getting that you might have not been together for a while, or it's been a minute since you've spoken to each other, or even if you're taking a break from a relationship, or you're in a relationship and you both just needed some space for a little bit, or contemplating if there's a future here, or what to do next, if you're going to level up to the next part of your relationship. They're thinking about this a lot, you know, even if they're thinking about having, like, marrying you, or having kids with you, or moving in with you, or having a relationship with you, or even if you haven't seen each other for a long time, like they're like thinking about you a lot. They're being reminded of you a lot, and they're thinking about how much you love them, and that freaks them out. I won't let my fears keep us apart, but even though it freaks them out, like I was getting that too. I'm like, yeah, it freaks them out, but not in a bad way. Like they feel like this is a good thing. It's a really good thing that someone loves me this much, but I feel like it's like kind of like built into them. Like if someone has like this much love for them, they must be insane, right? There's still time for us. Oh, wow. So they really still feel like this isn't the end between the two of you. Wow, okay. They want to come visit you. They want to come see you. They want to know how you're doing. They want to ask how are you feeling? How's everything going in your life? They want to come actually see you face to face, visit you face to face. Whether you've seen each other recently, or you live together, or you haven't seen each other for a very, very long time, they want to see how you're actually doing. I'm getting for a lot of you that you might have not seen each other for a long period of time, or the last time you've seen each other, it didn't really end that well, or talk to each other didn't really go particularly well. Kind of like there was a clear ending or something. Yeah. And it hurt too much for them. It hurt too much for you. It hurt too much for either them or you. And that's why they're kind of worried about this. That's why this love overwhelms them, because it's like, if you love that hard, you fall that hard, you know. And they feel like either they fell that hard, or you fell that hard, or you both did. And so this is why this even being reminded of you so much recently is kind of worrying them a little bit, because like, what if they're insane? What if that means I'm insane for entertaining this, you know? The Five of Swords, the Nine of Pentacles, but I feel like they're fighting a losing battle or something. Like, everything doesn't feel right. Like every time they go out, they're like, I'm not going to get groceries with the right person, or I'm not telling the story to the right friend, or this person isn't understanding my feelings or where I'm coming from. And so that's when they realize like the buck stops here. They need to do something different, because for them it's not like it's not a very obvious thing. Like it's not like they had like a breakup or something, or they had death in the family or anything. It was not something like that changed their mind. What changed their minds is the little things. They love the interests that you have, the ideas that you have, the little things, like, oh, I think it's so funny or so cute whenever it's cold outside, they do this thing, or whenever they eat this particular food, they do this thing, or, like, I thought it was weird before, or maybe annoying or frustrating or weird, but I find it so endearing now, and like I would be lucky enough to have someone who has that quirk or something like that. The World card, wow. They think the world of you, and so that's why they're not going to let their fears keep you guys apart. They're going to take the chance. They're going to take the chance because they're like recognizing that although this love is really scary because of, I don't know, something that was said between the two of you in the past, or the actions that were taken between the two of you in the past, how much you've told them that you love them, or how much they feel they love you. Okay. Sorry for that car alarm. Spirit wants me to focus in on something there. Something was very alarming, and it wasn't like someone they had a relationship, like an ex or something, messaged them on Facebook or something, and that's when they realized, or their best friend had an awful breakup, and that's what made them realize. No, it was something like, I don't know, like an apple at the grocery store, or like a joke someone said at work, and they didn't find it funny, or they told someone else a joke and no one got it, or something like that. Like it's something so little, and then they're like, what? It just kind of made them realize, like, what am I doing? Like, I feel like they had so many of those experiences, like in a row, like 5 of them this week. And then that's why they kept thinking of you, because things remind, like, they would get this joke, or they would really appreciate it if I bought this for them at the grocery store, or or oh, I bet they would love to hear about this kind of information about this place or something, or I don't know, like they're realizing how much they want to do those little acts of love towards you. And how much you've maybe done that for them as well. And so although that, like, this love kind of scares them, and, like, I don't know, I feel like it might have been expressed by you, and that scared that scared them to death, right? They're not thinking about it, and they're realizing this is something worth seeing, if it's insane or not. The Moon card, wow, right next to the World card. And the Knight of Pentacles, yeah. Something about their emotions, like they're getting real clarity on their emotions. Like, I want to be with someone who, eats takeout like this when watching a movie at home or something like that. Like, I want to be with someone who, does this the right way and does this the complete wrong, disastrous, stupid way, like they're realizing the, I don't know, quirks in life that they want, and those quirks only come in true love, because only when you really truly love someone do you open up to your idiosyncrasies in front of others, right? And they love your quirks, I'm getting. Knight of Pentacles. Wow, the Knight of Pentacles in reverse here, and they want to give that a shot. There's still time for us. They're like, I still have the energy. I still have the drive. I still want a relationship. I still want to get better at one. And I still am into them. I still want to give this a shot. I still want to see where it goes. I'm still thinking about them. And I still want to grow with them. Okay. So what do they want you to know? Something they want you to know. This whole twin flame stuff sometimes scares me. So I feel like you may have expressed some sort of like twin flame or soulmate thing to them, and it freaked them out. I mean, it freaked them out. We have the Death and the Ten of Swords here. Freaked them out. They left. But in time, they thought about you. And they thought about their fears, and they thought about the concept of love. And it was the little things for them. I've been feeling your presence around me. Yeah, very, very much so. You can tell with like all the little things that are reminding them of you. So yeah, your presence has been very strongly around them. Two of Wands. They were kind of in a place of like they had like a fork in the road, but they didn't kind of realize it until like they thought they were just like living life. They were just going to work, they're just going to the grocery store, working out, having dinner, sleeping, doing it all over again the next day. They didn't realize they were at a point where there's a fork in the road. They didn't realize they were at a point where they had to decide which way I'm going to live life now. Which way am I going to go? Until they started thinking about you. And until like this past week, they've been thinking about a lot of little things. And then they realized like, I can't go on living like this. I'm fighting a losing battle. If they're constantly thinking about you and not just you, but the things that you make them think about, like, you know what? Like, why am I trying to live like this? I want to do these things and I want to do it with them. I don't know, something about like specifics I'm getting. Like, I'm bringing the grocery store example up a lot because like everyone needs to get food, right? So, it's just a more relatable example. But like, for example, they want to get food, maybe they want to get groceries delivered, and that's just the way they love getting groceries, having it delivered. They love going online, they love picking up things, they love that it's right there for them after work, and they just want someone who gets that. They just want someone who understands that and who's already in that like kind of lifestyle, or so I don't know, something about like you did something with them that made them feel like, why aren't people doing this already? They just felt this kind of sense of comfort and understanding with you. And it's so like, I don't know, it's just like an underlying energy. It's so like at first glance you wouldn't be like, oh, that's why they're together. It's like, why did you guys get together? What was it about him or her that made you say this is the one? And they're like, the way this person picks broccoli at the grocery store. It's like, what? And like it feels like other people wouldn't understand, but it's just like something about them that just feels like, yeah, that's what my person does. I don't know. I don't know if I'm explaining it correctly, but it's just like, it just makes sense. I don't know if I'm explaining it correctly. Queen of Cups. Queen of Chalices. Okay. Yeah, I'm getting your presence is very heavily felt. They're going through this like inner crisis and they don't realize it. So your presence being so much, they called on it. Your energy's around them because they called for it. they've been thinking about you because they requested your energy. They might have not realized it, but like their higher self, their spirit energy, their soul was calling out. It was in crisis mode and didn't realize it. Like people, there's so many people in crisis mode and they don't take a minute to realize it. That's why when you see like people get sick or something like COVID happen, where people are forced to pause and think about their life and what in direction it's going and what they're actually doing every day-to-day life, like they realize they're in they get into crisis mode because they don't realize like, oh my goodness, I spent the last 5-10 years doing this job or being with this person or living in this place or, you know, doing nothing with my life. And it's so overwhelming that I'm just going to continue doing it again. That's what everyone else is doing, right? Maybe this crisis mode is something people are used to. They're like getting awakened from that crisis mode. They didn't realize there was another path. And they requested from the divine, from the higher power, from their higher self, to show them what other path would be. And then you started coming around in their thoughts. See how that works? Okay, so what would they want to tell you? They would say that. They're like, yeah, I didn't really understand what you're saying, but like ever since I realized that my life was going wrong, you started coming into my mind so much. That's what they want to tell you. It feels like something missing without you around. I came up in the last pile. Wow. Every pile has something that came up in the pile before so far. Yeah, they're really, really strongly feeling that. Like when they're watching a certain show or movie, or they're going to a certain event or a certain, you know, meeting up with certain people, they feel like they feel kind of wrong. They feel like you should be there with them. Like it feels like you're missing from their life. When they're, I don't know, I'm getting warming up mac and cheese in the microwave. When you're, I don't know, when you have something that goes wrong at work or with your family and you need to tell someone, they're like, it just feels like that they should be here. I should have been telling them. They really do feel like they're missing from their life. This was something they would want you to know. They miss you. I'm done running from this connection. Wow. So I do feel like they didn't see this as a path. Didn't see going back to you as a path, that you were even an option, that their life would ever change. They're completely blindsided by all this. The Hermit card in reverse. Yeah, it hit the Two of Wands. Like, I'm getting they're ready to not be alone. And they feel like they've been alone, even with a lot of people around them. Even around people that seemingly like the same things, they still feel very alone. And they're realizing they don't have that connection. And it's like that unspoken connection. They don't understand how to explain it. I don't even know how to explain it. But it's just like someone that fits. And it's not one of those things like, oh, they know what you're thinking before you even talk to them. Like they can finish your sentence. Like, no, not that kind of thing. It was kind of like an energy thing. It's like, I don't know, the best I can describe it is like they love and appreciate your quirks. Like the things that you do just make sense. These little movements you make, these little gestures, the way you behave and act towards certain things and people and places, and it's just your movements make sense to them. Okay. they don't want to go back. They don't want to go back to the life that they were just in, but they don't know what to do. They don't know what to do moving forward, but they keep thinking about you, so that's why they want to reach out to you. So we're going to look into that part of the reading next. Like, are they planning to make moves towards you? Because they don't know what to do. Like, they can't go back to the life that they're living, but they can't. Like, they don't know what to do moving forward. They're really, really stuck, and they keep thinking about you, so that's probably why they'd reach out to you. Your family won't like me, so they're really worried because they're like, okay, like, I'm gonna have to, like, leave. I'm gonna have to leave my life, but, like, I don't know if your friends or your family or the people you interact with will like me because of our history or of how different I am from the people you've become friends with, family with. So there's some sort of feeling like they don't know if you'll accept them or if you'll even hear them out. The Hangman, they're like going back and forth on this. Like, they don't know. I'm getting like they're like on the edge of their seat because they're like really hoping because like you're their only shot. Like, you don't feel pressure, but like this person feels like you're their only shot to get out of the life that they're living in and move into a new one. Yeah, they're very, very stuck. Like, they feel very like seriously struck, and I could see them like even like asking their higher self and a higher power to be like, what can you do? Please send me help, kind of thing. Do you even care? They don't even know if you even care about them anymore. Like, they feel like, oh, I left you in the past, so why would you even care? Like, do you even want me around? You matter in reverse. I made you feel like you didn't matter. Let me have you, and that fell on my lap. So it's like, I'm just coming out of the blue to ask this of you, and it's completely within your rights to turn me down, like, after what I did, but you're kind of like my only hope, and I hope that doesn't make you feel like you're obligated, but that's how they're coming to you. I'm getting. Yeah, this is the Page of Pentacles reverse. You're my only hope. You're my last option. Save me from the darkness. Fall on the lap. The Queen of Cups. Like, you are so loving and generous and kind and pure of heart before. I hope you haven't turned into evil, careless, thoughtless person. So they're really worried that you might not be the same person, or you might be like callous towards them in the situation because of how things ended in the past between the two of you. And then what would they say to you? What would they say to you? What would they like to say to you? Kiss me deep and love me forevermore. But it came out face down. So they don't even know this yet, but they're gonna fall. They're gonna want you to fall in love with them. They don't know this yet, but they are going to want you to fall in love with them because then that would be easier for them. Fall in reverse. I want to call you, but I won't, and this fell in reverse and face down. So they don't even know yet. They don't even know you yet, but they don't know it yet. But they're going to call you out of the blue. They're not going to even know. Like, that day that they do it, they're not going to even realize that they want to do this. They're just going to do it. So it's like a very in the moment kind of thing. They can have a thought of you. They're like, you know what? I've been thinking about them all week, and I just want to see what they're up to. And hopefully they pick up my call, or hopefully they see me, or hopefully they go, grab a coffee with me or something. And it's just like spur of the moment. Okay. I cannot deny my love for you. I long to see you. Not never, but not now. I forget how these cards came up, but yeah, basically, I feel like they're gonna be talking too much out of their mouth. I feel like, like, not to be like in a rude, but like, I feel like there's like a little bit of a manipulation kind of energy underneath it all. It's not like hardcore, but they kind of want you to attach to them a little bit, so that you give them a time of day, and that you kind of help them out in their situation. It's not like intentional. They don't mean it in a bad way. They see you for who you are, and they want to learn from you, and they want your help, and they're coming out of this like really dark way of looking at life. I'm getting kind of like from becoming an atheist to being like believing in a higher power or something like that kind of change. So like, they're not trying to purposely manipulate you, but they're kind of like they're trying to hold on to you so that like you do help them out, because they're really, really desperate. But there is this kind of underlying, crush they have on you. And they do want to see you, and they do want to see how you're doing. But they're kind of like leading you on a little bit, just because, first of all, they want to see that you're not a crazy person, and that this is all kind of real, but they also kind of need your help. And so it's kind of not good for the situation to kind of just like jump into it right away. But they might like push for that, just so like you kind of give them help. Yeah, Seven of Pentacles. It is genuine when they want to see you and see how you're doing. They genuinely want to see how you're doing, and to genuinely see if you're doing well. Six of Swords. They do want to come see you. I do see that they do come to see you like physically, or they might see you at least like a phone call or video chat. Like, they are like somewhat face to face to you. They do see like it's more of a genuine form of communication for you. The Page of Swords. But they and be aware, they are kind of iffy. They don't know how to say things correctly. They don't know how to say things very honestly yet, or come out with the whole truth, or be like, I need your help. They don't know how to say all these things. So they're gonna sugarcoat it in a way that works. They're gonna tell you the hardships and what they've been going through and how hard it is for them. But they're also going to be like using that. It's not a complete manipulation tactic or anything, but they are kind of trying to reel you in so that you help them. Okay, so I hope that resonated with you, and if it did, please leave a like on this video, or a comment on how this resonates with you. If you want more information, you can even check out another pile. But yeah, hope you enjoyed that reading. Much love and light. Hey, pile number 4. You have Go to the Sea, or To the Sea Oracle card. Let's see how your person is feeling about you, the person you are thinking about right now. I miss our friendship. So I really strongly feel like your person is being reminded a lot of things that you would do together, the things that you would say to them. And it's like, the people around me don't know the right things to say. They don't know when I need to be cheered up or when I need to be taken more seriously. I feel like they don't understand me. They don't get my cues. They don't feel like home. When I have something to celebrate, I feel like I don't want to celebrate with any of them. I want to celebrate with you. You know exactly what would make me feel better. I'm getting like you take care of me. You know how to take care of me. I don't know why I walked away from this, or why our relationship feels like not like how it was before, where everything was more fun and moving along well. Like, I don't know why I left this, or I don't know why you left, or I don't know why our friendship was left in the gutter to not be taken care of. I think about you every day. So sweet. Yeah, this person's really, truly feels like they had a bond with you that they've never had with anyone else, and you were honestly their best friend. They want to tell you everything. They want to share everything with you. And they're really missing that kind of care in their life. They feel like no one cares. No one cares if they're doing well or good, or what goals they have, or if they have a funny joke to tell, or if they're working on, drinking a certain amount of water every day. Like, no one cares. Like, you cared. You genuinely cared. And they know that now. Nine of Cups. And I get that. I feel like they were kind of trying to pursue you in like a completely different way. They were trying to pursue you in the past. They were trying to be like romantic towards you, or what they thought was romantic. They missed all that deeper emotional bonding stuff, and so they're like, oh wow, like in the past, like they were just trying to be your friend, and the romantic person that they see in movies, that they hear about, and what their friends do on dates, and what they think people expected them to be like in past relationship and past dates. They miss the complete middle part. They completely miss the intimacy part, sharing emotional bonds part, something like that. So they completely missed. I'm getting that this person wasn't bad. Like, they did everything that they thought they had to do, but besides the romance part, besides being the friend part, they totally missed being the partner part. I want harmony between us, and they understand that, and they want it now. They want that really, really badly with the two of you. They want to be able to be in harmony in all ways. Which way? Okay. It was the Hierophant, but then it flipped to this baby holding the key. So I'm getting there might have been a disagreement on like something as big as having a child or something like that. Like a very major next step. And they were kind of coming out of it like looking at it in a short-term perspective, and you were looking at it from a long-term perspective, and they didn't understand that. So it could be like having a child, but it could be like getting married, or moving in together, or combining families, or like moving in with the other person to help the other person's elderly parent or grandparent, or helping them with their children or something like that. Career, it could be career, not understanding the other person with career, health issue, or an addiction issue, or something like that. Something long term that you were thinking about, whether it's for you or for a family member, or even them, their issue in regards to these things. their concerns, their problems, and concerns to these things, and you are thinking of like long-term solutions with this person in regards to whatever this is, and they didn't understand the implications. They didn't understand the solutions you were thinking of, because they're like, I'm being friends with you, and I'm in a relationship with you, or we're having this connection, and like, I'm giving you things. I'm giving you what I think you want. But they're not really, they weren't taking it as seriously, I think, as you were. They weren't taking it as seriously as you were. 7 of Pentacles in reverse. Yeah. It's like, I'm getting like the seed was planted with the two of you, and then the plant died because one of you forgot to do your part. One of you forgot that you had a plant that you were growing together, you know? It got neglected. Okay. So how are they feeling about you right now? How's your person feeling about you right now? My heart is guarded at the moment. Let's rebuild together. So this person really wants another shot with you. They want, they're like, I want to do it right this time. They didn't realize they shunned their responsibilities in growing this thing with you. They didn't realize that they, you know, like for example, this tree growing situation that like, you know, you were fertilizing it, you were watering the plant every day, you know, you were trimming it, doing all the care that the tree requires, and you had to make sure that you know, cleared out the yard so it would get proper sunlight, but because you didn't, it wasn't getting proper sunlight, and then it died, right? And like you didn't know that they expected you to do your part in growing this tree and clear out, I don't know, the yard so it can get proper sunlight. And here you are watering it, you know, pruning it and whatever. And I'm getting that you did ask them to move the shed, move the trash so the tree gets proper sunlight, whatever that is for you. But they didn't do it, and for that reason, you took the baton back. You kicked them out. Like you like, okay, like you're not someone that I can grow a tree with. And they didn't understand why you stepped back. Okay, so in this situation, I'm getting that you're the one who stepped back. Because they killed the plant. They killed the tree. The King of Cups in reverse. And the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. Wow. Okay. So, yeah. You retracted your offer. It wasn't an easy thing to do. But here, the Queen of Cups in reverse, the King of Cups in reverse, the Knight of Cups in reverse. Like, you pulled back, they pulled back. Everyone pulled back, and it's like there was a huge misunderstanding. They didn't understand what was going on. You might not understood what was going on at the time, but after looking back at it, hindsight's 20/20, you understand like, oh, it's because I was trying to grow this tree, and they basically killed this tree. They didn't understand that they needed to help me build this tree, and we're growing this tree together. Okay, so What they would want you to know. What would they want you to know? I'm feeling the consequences of my choices and actions. Yeah, so they understand that they neglected the tree. They neglected growing these plans with you. And they might have not known it at the time because here we have the Knight of Cups in reverse. Like, they thought they were doing the romantic thing. They thought they were doing what was required in the relationship, but it seems like, or in the connection. But it might have seemed like they just kind of got in and then got out. They just came in to visit you, see what you had, led you on almost. They didn't realize that you were looking for a deeper connection, that you were looking for a long-term, serious relationship, and you might, to be fair, you might have been coming off a little bit more go with the flow, kind of lighthearted about the situation, but they might have took that the wrong way. They might have took that like, oh, okay, I have time to grow that tree next year or the year after. So they misinterpreted your actions and words. I thought about surprising you with a date. Wow. And they don't like it. They don't like how things went down between the two of you. They feel like they made the wrong choice. They acted like wrong. They feel like, oh my gosh, I must have been coming off like I'm acting so strangely with them. Like, they must have thought I was like acting so weird, and like I get it now. Like, I was killing the tree, you know. Like, they just wanted me to make sure they know they were doing all this work. They were watering the tree, they were pruning the tree, and they just asked me to make sure that the tree gets enough sun. And I didn't do that. They basically didn't jump on these long-term plans. Whatever it was, I mentioned a few different options. Maybe taking care of some children or elderly parents, or moving in together, or marriage, or some sort of health condition. Setting up some sort of long-term plans and goals in that regards, and it kind of went completely over their head. They did not see that you were planning something long-term, and in turn, you know, figuring out this relationship with them. And they see that now. So I feel like because of these, like, these are all like minor arcanas here, this wasn't something like very, like, it kind of went under the radar. Like, you both might have not talked about it. You might have not even realized this was what's actually going on. This was the core issue here between the two of you. They might have not even realized this was the core issue until they like took a step back and looked at it from a higher perspective. And I'm getting that the two of you might be like together. You might be together right now, or you might have been thinking about getting together. You've been dating, or, you know, you just kind of recently decided to take a break, or recently kind of broke it off. Or you were friends for a long time and you thought you was moving in a direction, and they kind of completely missed that or something. But yeah, now that they know, they want to surprise you with the date. They're like, oh my goodness, like, I get them now. I get that they're trying to plan a future for us. You get that now too. I don't think you were kind of completely clear about why you were kind of annoyed with them too, because you guys were friends. You guys were kind of talking. You guys were on the same page, and something went awry. And it's not like a big deal. There's no major arcanas here, but it is a big deal in terms of continuing this connection, right? But I'm not getting like you guys are mad at each other about it. It just kind of like you just drifted apart for a little bit. So you might have been like mad at that person, but you didn't know why. And they might have been like, why is this person drifting away? Also, I'm kind of annoyed at them too, but I don't know why. So like there's like a bit of confusion between the two of you at this time. But now they understand it. You also understand it. Now they want to surprise you with a date, though, to kind of tell you that they're on the same page. Nine of Swords, yeah. They want to tell you that they're on the same page, and they understand it now. They at least understand their side of it, their actions and their choices, or their lack thereof in this connection. They're very, very sad about it. They're heartbroken. I mean, it really tore them apart to be away from you. They really miss your friendship. They really miss your energy. They really miss having you around, talking to you, being with you. Knight of Pentacles in reverse. Upright. 3 knights here. Yeah, so they're really ready to stand up. They're really ready to give us a long shot at the long term thing. And the Hermit, just with you, I'm getting. Just with you. They're really ready to kind of go in a hermit phase with you. They really want to do a deep dive with you and just you and them and shut the whole world out and really, really go at it together. They really want it to be like you and them against the world, and they want to express this to you. That's what they want you to know. This is what they're going to try to convey to you of the date soon. I hold back because I don't want to be rejected. I don't know how to express my love to you, so I keep it inside. A part of them doesn't want to tell you how much you actually mean to them. They feel like just like telling you that they want to plan these things with you is enough. That will convey to you how much you mean to them without them having to actually tell you. So they're still not at the place to be like, I want to be vulnerable with you. I want to tell you how much you mean to me. I want to open up about everything with you. I want us to get very intimate and very deep with each other. No, they're not at that place. But they think that if they just want to solve this problem. They see this one problem, this one blockage, and they want to solve this blockage, and then they want to continue moving forward. They don't want to take precautions. Like, if they started to tell you how, like, to be vulnerable with you and intimate and, like, tell you things and open up with you and stuff like that, it could prevent future blockages like this. But they don't want to go there. They know the solution to this problem is to plan things with you. And that will be enough. And they can still win from this battle, not war, without having to actually open up to you. So watch for that. I'm going to take action. I'm just planning the approach. There we go. So yeah, they are... definitely going to come and say something. Oh yeah. Let's look into that. What are they planning to do? What are the moves that they're planning to make towards you? Okay. So I'm obsessed with your body. So okay. So first of all, they're obsessed with you. Right? Like when this blockage came out, their heart was broken. So they're obsessed with you, okay? They want this. They want to fix this. I can't even look at you right now because they feel like they messed up and they feel really, really sad. There's one part where they feel they don't want to look at you right now because they don't want you to know how much you mean to them and how much you devastated them by how much this like space from each other devastated them. They don't want you to know that. They don't want you to know how much they miss your friendship, how much they would only do this with you. Go, hermit mode and get to really know you intimately and face the world together and go off and do that adventure together. So they can't look at you right now because they don't want you to know how much you mean to them and how much you devastated them and how much they feel like they were like, I don't know. I'm so dumb for not knowing. I was stupid. How did I not know that would, that's what they wanted to do, or that's what I needed to do or whatever. There's someone else. I'm not getting into the person because they're obsessed with you. For a few of you, I'm getting they are embarrassed that they even thought about should they leave this connection because it's not what you want. Because they didn't know how to fix it. They're like, they don't want me. They think that you wanted someone else, that there is someone else. Yeah, that's what it is. They thought that you were looking at someone else or talking to someone else or wanted someone else and didn't want them. And so they didn't know they didn't know how to approach you because, there's a huge fear of rejection here. They don't know if you are actually talking to someone else or don't even want them and don't want to work on this connection anymore. Okay. So their actions, the moves they're planning. They're gonna do this from their home. I'm getting. So I'm getting they're gonna either come to your home or like call you up or literally take you on a date. They'll be like, hey, can you come with? Like, hey, like I want to stay at your house. Can you grab a coffee with me, or can you grab dinner with me, or just talk to me for a moment, or I'm getting that kind of scenario. Like they're gonna come pleading. It's like a pleading situation. The Star card and the Two of Wands. They're really gonna open up to you with their hopes and dreams and the direction that they see their life going, the direction that they will like your connection to go. They really feel like in the wrong here, and they're really trying to make it up to you. They're coming at it with a pleading case where they're like, this is what I'm trying to open up to you. This is what I want. This is what you wanted from me. This is what I'm trying to give to you. They're waiting for you. Yeah. They're waiting for you. They want to wait to hear what you have to say. They're waiting until it's the right time. Maybe they're a little bit busy. There's a lot of like scheduling issues, but they really would like to see you and do this for you. They're planning it out. They're waiting until they plan out the date, until they plan out how they're gonna approach you. I never imagined so much perfection. So I do see that you mean a lot more to them than they let on. And they may not be able to say it all in this next meeting, but yeah, they do feel that way. They understand, like, whatever this tree that you were trying to grow that they kind of totally killed by accident, they totally get it now. And that's why they see you as being someone so perfect, because like, how did you see this tree and you knew exactly what to do, and you told me what to do, and I still killed the tree? Like, this person is a goddess, a god. Like, this person is so perfect. Like, they're gonna handle life really well. They're gonna have a relationship with me, a connection with me really well. Like, this person's perfect. Like, I'd be dumb not to meet them at their level, right? Okay, so what would they say to you? What would they say to you? We can't evade our destiny. So they're going to say something along the lines with, like, I think our paths are faded and connected. I feel like we should, follow our heart and follow this path that we have together. We're meant to be. Like, why else would we connected at this time? They're gonna say a lot of things along those lines. Why you two should go together and move forward on this path. I want you to know what I'm going through. So they're gonna explain to you like what they've been thinking and their emotions and how they were kind of heartbroken when they were without you. So whatever this kind of like break that you guys took, or whatever, or space from each other, or it might have not even been like an obvious break. It might have been just like you both just kind of like naturally stepped back from this connection for a little bit. Maybe let other things like work or other friends like kind of take over the connection for a little bit. So it might be an obvious break or not obvious break, but in that time frame, they really understood some hard truths about this connection and how they really feel about you. They really, really missed you, and they're really, really ready for the next step, and they're going to show you that. And this space was really good for that. You shine inside my soul. And that came up in my hand, so they're probably not going to tell you that, but it's going to come through. I'm getting in like the way they talk to you. It's going to shine really strongly through them that you are like their everything. Like they're not even gonna have to say it. You're gonna sense it, that's what their heart is saying, that their soul is saying that to you. Okay, I hope you enjoyed this reading. If it resonated, please leave a thumbs up or comment on how this resonated with you. I really appreciate that. I love hearing these stories. And if you want to know more about the connection, you can pick another pile. I do have some other pick a card readings, and I can't wait to do some more. Yeah, I wish you so much love, light, and peace.